Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. After looking at Capcom's classic Final Fight in the last episode, I figured it made sense to cover the game that it was partnered with as Double Impact on XBLA and PSN, Magic Sword. At first glance, these two games seem like a strange choice to pair up together, but in actuality it works out rather well as they are both from around the same era of arcade machine and both offer co-op play with a second player. Magic Sword was originally released on the CPS-1 hardware in 1990, and it's a game that I do remember bumping into a couple of times in arcades, but not really often enough to develop any real sense of familiarity or fondness for it. Capcom had tried their hand at the arcade fantasy genre before, with Black Tiger in 1987, though Magic Sword has much less emphasis on platforming and more on hacking and slashing. It also performs and looks a lot better thanks to the CPS-1 board that powers it. The game sees you taking control of a barbarian as player 1 or a female warrior as player 2, and your mission is to scale 50 floors of a tower in order to take down the Dark Lord and destroy the magic orb that is in his possession. To do so, you have the magic sword of the title, which gets upgraded several times as you scale the tower. In the lower left corner of the screen is a power bar, and by letting this fill up you will do a lot more damage. Spamming is not a very valid tactic in this game. As you go through the levels you will find dozens of chests, many of which contain keys, and also many locked doors. You can use your keys to open these doors, and most of the time you will then free various different partner characters, such as a giant ginger-haired warrior, a purple-clad ninja, or a magician. These guys will then assist you until their life bar runs out, or you open another door and swap them out. Some of the doors may contain traps like a bunch of living skeletons, explosions or falling rocks however, so beware. Each time you lose a credit and buy back into the game you will release a super powerful magical attack for a while, something that's quite easy to abuse if you have infinite credits. One of the strengths of the arcade version of Magic Sword is the speed at which everything moves. The game is extremely fast and hectic, with you motoring through each stage briskly and with purpose. Some of the stages are extremely short, but there are a lot of them. Even so, as long as you don't dilly-dally too much, then the whole game can easily be completed in less than an hour. As long as you have enough credits, that is. With the Double Impact version you can just keep adding credits until you're finished. Likewise with the version included in Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2 on the PS2. Much like Final Fight, the game plays pretty much identically to the arcade version due to the use of a decent emulator that runs the original ROMs. Sadly though, something that's also comparable to Final Fight is the compromised SNES version. The game does play decently enough on Nintendo's hardware, but once again it is lacking the two-player mode and suffers some terrible slowdown when there are a bunch of enemies on screen. With the arcade version readily available from various sources, I can't really recommend choosing the SNES version instead. If you do decide to play the game via Double Impact or the Capcom Classics Collection, you will have a reasonably fun time, but quite a brief one. There are a couple of achievements in Double Impact that will require you to play the game twice, as you can choose to either destroy the Dark Orb and save the land, or keep it for yourself and doom everybody. After this is done though, you will probably have had enough of Magic Sword for a while. The game does feature some decent artwork and tunes, though I struggle to remember the music after playing the game, unlike Final Fight. Overall I would give the game a score of 3 Falcons out of 5. Thank you for watching, I'll be back with more videos soon. In the meantime, take care.